Well, hi there, everyone. My name is Kate Guimbellot, and I'm very proud to be a founding representative with MyTravelBiz. There's an amazing PowerPoint presentation just like this that's available through the sales office, through the corporate office of MTB, but I'd like to do my own because it's really been resonating with the team with whom I'm working, that there are plenty of us who come into this not knowing everything about some of the really important aspects of my travel biz. So this is kind of going to be an MTB 101, if you will. And I apologize if I'm telling some of you information that you may already know, but I'm going to go under the assumption that there are lots of us who don't know very much at all about things like blockchain and direct selling. Of course, we all know about travel, and that's what makes this business opportunity so powerful. So let me start by explaining this. MTB, My Travel Biz, is in its beta phase, and will soon in the next weeks be moving out of that and into a soft launch. But it is really the coming together of three amazing industries. Travel, which of course we all know, and I'm sure all of us use Expedia and Orbitz and Bookings.com and places like that. It is direct selling, and the thing I want you to write down to check it up on for yourselves is something called a binary plan in the direct selling space. I worked for Sopata Designs for 10 years, and I understand direct selling and really believe in the business opportunity that it provides and the products that it provides to people. But the binary plan, man, I just never understood what that was. I'd never been exposed to it. And now that I understand it to the depth that I do of how we're compensated, how we build a team, and how we change people's lives, it's kind of a palm to forehead moment. Like, why does everyone not do this? So I won't be able to go into a tremendous amount of detail about it, but I really would love for you to look that up and educate yourselves about it. What I can tell you about it in essence is this about our product through the direct selling model is, there are amazing products out there in direct selling. And again, I believe in this industry. Never, ever wanted to be a rep myself. It's just not been my thing to go in and do a party or those sorts of things. This company is very different. This is simply about having a portal through which people book their travel. So one, I don't have to educate anyone. I don't have to educate a consumer. I don't have to educate someone who wants to look at this as a business because we all know how to do that. So that's remarkable because normally you have to educate people about your potion, your facial cream, why your jewelry is better, why your clothing is better. And moreover, you have to explain to them because of those things, because your product is better than what they might buy out in a brick and mortar store, you also then have to explain why they're going to pay a little bit more because they're going to pay for quality. Well, with My Travel Biz, we're giving them the same level of quality that they can get anywhere else, but 80% of the time, we're helping them find it for less. So in that way, as a direct selling model, it's a no-brainer to me. The third thing is blockchain. I just want to say a little bit about blockchain because it is the future. If you live somewhere in the world, in a government that is starting to embrace it, in a business community that's starting to embrace it, you understand the power of blockchain. Listen, blockchain is today what the World Wide Web was when it came out, and there were all the naysayers saying, well, that'll never last. Well, that's blockchain now. Blockchain is the email system. Remember when that came out and people were like, I'm never going to use that to communicate. And it's all we do. We live by our email. Or even 5 years ago, how many apps did you have on your phone? Well, this is the new app. And let me just try to explain it in a nutshell. Right now, any organization, most organizations rather, a bank. Now, a bank is a centralized company. It may have various branches, but it holds its own information. It's centralized. A Target store, Amazon, those are all closed organisms with various branches, okay? The problem with that is they can be hacked or they can collapse. If you own stock in Amazon and it goes out of business tomorrow, you have nothing. You own air. The difference with blockchain is it decentralizes it. So as soon as entity one pays entity two some monies or some benefits, some tangible stock or bond or coin or any of those things, they send it out onto the blockchain and it's done. It can't be retracted. That entity one can't say, oh, I never sent it. Moreover, once it's put out there, there are multiple points around the globe people who are paid a minuscule amount with each transaction to look at that transaction and agree, indeed, I see this entity A paid entity B that much, and I agree, and multiple people check it off. So by decentralizing it, it cannot be retracted. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be anything except yours. And why is that important? Well, in a company like this, it's incredibly important because while we know that MyTravelBiz is going to be around for a long time, there are unfortunately other companies that have not been, or they have, for one reason or another, decided to shut down someone's account, and the commissions that that person earned or the awards that they earned, rightfully earned, aren't paid to them because they're not on blockchain. So that's why this company is so important in the direct selling space. We are the first direct selling company ever built on blockchain. That is a way of protecting the representatives. I feel so awesome about that. I've received my commissions. I can go and click on it, and I literally can see that transaction on blockchain. So look up a binary plan, look up blockchain. If you get your head around those two things, you'll understand how much power there is to what you're getting ready to see. So let's move on and see it. I want to talk to you about our corporate team. So our founders have pulled together and brought together an amazing team of people. I've had the distinct pleasure of getting to meet them and getting to know them, and they are remarkable. Led by Atif Cameron. Atif is the president and founder of MyTravelBiz, his brainchild, and moreover, he is the most incredible compensation or marketing plan designer I have ever known. In my last business, we called it a comp plan. Here they call it a marketing plan. Basically, it is the way in which representatives make their money. It is truly genius. I just can't express how amazing it is. And having been in this industry, I know what I'm talking about. Atif is one of the most genuine, forthright, amazing human beings I've ever met. I knew within 5 minutes of talking to him just how special he is. And he is partners with our other founder, Geraldine Aquino. These two best friends worked together for over a decade. They're like the yin and yang. They're both just amazing people. I worked with Geraldine for 5 years at Solpata, and we started each other 10 years ago now. And she's just a really remarkable human being. So really, really blessed to have these two at the helm. They are genuine. They are in it for all the right reasons. Their core values have built up this company in such a remarkable way. And I'm seeing the proof in the pudding as I'm watching the success of not only my own business, but my team's business. So office, they are designing and getting ready to move into an amazing corporate office in Toronto. And then all these little orange dots that you see are the future offices. And they're waiting to see which market expands the fastest and needs support the most. So everything from the US to Australia, Dubai, London, China, South America, they're prepared to open in all of those markets for support. That's really phenomenal. So what is MTB? Well, MTB delivers 3 different things. Best products, and that would be all the things that you can get on the website, but also the business opportunity. The best marketing plan, compensation plan, the way in which representatives make their money, and the best customer service. And I have met several of the customer service team, and they truly are the best. I love that they say we don't accept the boundaries of the normal. I love that very much. So let's talk about the products. You know, these are the things that everybody wants, but it's at the price that no one else can beat. Now, we're still in beta phase. So when you go to that website and you start searching around, it will be a little hit or miss right now because every week they're loading more and more inventory up. And once we are out of this beta phase and it's really sailing, it's pretty remarkable because 80% of the time, MTB is going to save money for our customers over any other portal out there. How is that possible? Well, a couple things. One, the gentleman who designed this spent 15 years creating it, and it is patent pending technology. So I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that it digs through the internet in a way that no one else does. 80% of the time we'll save money, 20% of the time it'll match everyone else. But why would a customer not use it? Here's the thing that's really cool as rep. So on the left here, you'll see this is a flight comparison. And the flights are not doing this right now. I'll be honest. You're not going to see this kind of spread right now during beta phase, but this is what is coming. Right now, you'll find that we're flat to the other airline. But MyTravelBiz, here's a flight that was done from Beijing to San Francisco. It was pulled the beginning of August. And on MTB, it costs $3,002. On Expedia, that same day, same flight, it's a like to like, right? Same airline, same flight number, same time, same seat, same class. That's really important because a lot of times you'll find things like economy class on Expedia, which is lower, but you can't check a bag, you can't carry on a bag, you can't assign a seat. So if you're okay with that, then you definitely want to buy it cheaper on Expedia. But if you want like to like, this is the kind of difference we're talking about. This same flight to Beijing, from Beijing to San Francisco, $3,133 for Expedia. Now, here's the important point. If you're looking at this as a business opportunity, your customer who comes in and uses your unique website, so mine is kate.mytravelbiz.com. If Mary comes on and looks up this flight, and Expedia says it's $3,133, then my site is probably going to say $3,130. It's just going to beat it by a bit, just enough that someone's going to say, well, why not? It's the same product. I'll buy it on MTB. The trick is the difference between the MTB cost to $3,002 versus $3,130. That difference is the margin. That is what is called the commissionable volume. It's the profit on that product. It's what Expedia is putting in their pocket. Because Expedia is probably getting that flight also for $3,002. But that's what's helping them keep their lights on. Well, at MTB, they don't keep that profit. All of that profit is paid into the commission base. Think about that for a second. All of that money goes to reps. Now, if you look at hotel comparison, same thing. Different booking site versus MTB, but MTB was $1,030. That's 3 nights in London. Same property, same date, same room, $1,330 on bookings.com. Again, the margin between $1,030 and $1,330, let's say, all that money, that is the margin. That's the commissionable volume. That's what the reps make. That's remarkable to me. The other way in which MTB is able to save our customers money, and us as well, because of course we use our own site, is more than 1 million properties online. They will have more than 750 airlines, thousands of car rental locations, and soon we'll be bringing in unlimited vacation packages. Now, I know I personally checked into this before I signed up, and Expedia at the time I think had 450,000 properties. We have over 1 million. I know Orbitz had 350 airlines. Has 750. So that's another way in which we're able to offer these amazing prices, in addition to that patent pending technology. But get this, there's also a lowest price guarantee. So if you have a customer come on and book a flight on your website, and then they go and find it on Expedia, again, like to like, and the Expedia price is $20 less, all they need to do is send that in to MyTravelBiz, and within 30 days, they receive that margin back. They receive that difference back. I mean, how can you beat that? Also, the booking site where people go in to book their flights and hotels and cars has 32 languages available. So no matter where someone is in the world, they can find it in their language. It also operates in 21 currencies. How amazing. And last but not least, when someone signs up as a rep, when they embrace this opportunity, sign up either as a business class or first class package, and I'm going to tell you what that means in just a second. There's a 14-day money-back guarantee. They want to give you an opportunity to kind of kick the tires and get out on the road and see what you think. Let me talk to you now about those two packages. There are 2 ways to come into MTB as a rep. There's business class. The business class costs $1,200 and is valued at $5,000. You see that CV of $1,000. That means that when someone comes in as business class, $1,000 of that can be paid out on as commission. And we'll talk about that again in just another minute or two. They can also come in as first class, $5,000 with $4,000 of CV, and that value is $15,000. Now here is something so cool. They have 5-year free renewal right now. I don't know when that's going to end, but it's one of those things that they've put in because the company has just started. So get that if you come in as a business class person and you spend $1,200, you are not going to pay the annual renewal fee of $200 every year for the next 4 years. That means that you save $800 in renewal fees when you sign up as a business class rep. As a first class rep, they're going to waive for 4 years, they're going to waive that $1,000 annual renewal fee. That's a $4,000 savings out of a $5,000 payment. I mean, you amortize out, what is it, $400 as a business class and $1,000 as a first class. You amortize that out over 5 years, and you tell me how valuable that is, especially for someone like me who sees the commissions coming in already. So what does that mean? What's this $5,000 value and $15,000 value? Well, the truth is, there are actual tangible things in here. So not only that full travel site, which quite honestly, I know that I could never replicate it. It would take years for me to be able to do that. But they have other things. For instance, for the first year, they give you travel insurance for every flight you take. If you're business class, you get that coverage for yourself. If you're first class, you get it for yourself and a guest. Well, that's a $250 or a $500 value. They also give you Priority Pass. Priority Pass is something you can go online and actually purchase for $399. And what it does is gives you access, even if you're flying economy, gives you access to those VIP lounges at over 1,000 airports around the world. Business class gets one of those just for themselves, for the rep. First class gets one for themselves and a companion. In addition, there are lots of marketing resources. I mean, the amount of, I know this is a startup, but when you see all of the materials and how amazingly well done the print materials and the website materials and the videos and the training is, really, really hard to believe that this is a startup. All of that is included, and that's where those values come from. So let's talk about how we get paid, because that's really the deal, right? I see it. I understand what a cool opportunity it is, what a wonderful portal. How do I make money? Well, remember, this entire marketing plan is on blockchain, which means there's proof of ownership, which means every dollar of a commission that you earn, as soon as it's assigned to you, you know there's money there. There's actual money because it's out on the blockchain. It can't be retracted. 5 different ways to make money, okay? So the first type of person who's going to come in as a rep, and I've seen these people already, are people who just want the rebate commission, that first line, okay? Rebate commission means that everything you personally book and personally consume on your website, you get back 100% of the profit, of the margin that's on those products. Airline, hotel, cars, soon-to-be vacation packages. All of that comes back to you. As soon as you consume that product, as soon as you take that flight, if there was a $10 margin, there was a $100 margin, there's a $400 margin, whatever it was, it goes back into your pocket. As a business class rep, that you can do that, gaining back a rebate of up to $1,000 per year. As a first class rep, you can do that up to $10,000 per year. So I know that there are companies now who are signing up, because you can be a company and sign up as a rep, who are doing this just because they themselves or their staff are out on the road. And so they're booking the flights and they're booking the hotels and the cars through their own site and then getting back that rebate. So imagine a business coming in as a first class rep and spending $5,000, which is just, again, $1,000 a year, because there's no renewal fee, and they're able to regain a rebate commission of $10,000 a year. That's $8,000 over 5 years. So that's one person. The second type of person wants that. They love that idea, but they also want to make some residual income. They want some passive income, and that happens through retail commission. This is earned off of everything that you sell to other people who come through your site. So when someone goes to kate.mytravelbiz.com and they book a flight and there's a $100 margin on that flight, again, the company doesn't keep a penny of that. Instead, they pay it out to the rep base. So if I'm business class, I get 20%. I get $20 into my account. The other 80% goes out to pay all these other wildly lucrative commissions. If I am first class, I get to keep $80 of that $100, and the other $20 goes out to the rest of the base. So that's, I love that. So that's the second type of person. They want the rebate, but they also want the retail. They don't want to do anything else. The third person, someone like me. I want rebate. When I need to take a flight, when I need to book a hotel or have a rental car, I want the money back on that. I don't want to put that in Expedia's pocket. I also want the retail commission. I know enough people that I know that I can drive people to my website to book through me. Why not? Even if I'm flat to everyone else, why would you not help a girl out? I also want to build a team. I want people that I care about that I know can do well with this, who deserve this kind of an opportunity. I want them to come in and also experience it. And there are 3 ways in which I make money when they do that. Sorry, I needed a drink of water. I get a little excited. One is direct commission. So if I talk to Mary and Mary signs up as a rep and goes into my tree, again, you're going to look up that binary thing and understand the tree. If she goes into one of my legs, and at that point, anything Mary does as far as bringing on other people or having people come in and buy product through her site, I make 5% of everything she does, unlimited if I'm business class. I make 10% of that if I'm first class. Now, it doesn't matter where Mary is in my organization. She could be 40 people down from me. I still make that direct commission on everything Mary does, as she does for everyone that she directly sponsors. The second kind is team commission. So not only am I making that off my direct folks who come in, but everybody that they bring in and everybody that they bring in and so on, all the way down, 6 million people, I'm going to make team commission. If I am business class, I'm going to make 10% of what my team is doing with a cap of $15,000 a week. And if I am first class, I'm going to make 10% of everything they're doing, up to $50,000 per week. Now, here's the part I want you to look at when you research that binary plan. With binary, you only ever have 2 people directly under you, a right leg and a left leg. Every week, the work, what's the word I want to use? The amount of CV that is sold by those 2 teams is compared to each other. And you are paid this commission amount on the lesser leg. So imagine, if you would, yourself and 2 people under you. The right side this week makes $10,000. The left side this week sells $12,000. You're going to get paid 10% of the $10,000. The left leg that had $12,000, you're going to minus $10,000 from it, leaving you with $2,000 left over. And so the second week, you're going to start with $2,000 on your left and 0 on your right. So you're never going to lose that money, that difference. It's going to continue to build. And as you build your team and you put people either right or left on your team, you're going to balance out the power of those 2 legs so that as you're being paid out weekly commissions, you want it to kind of bounce back and forth. Now, when I was talking to Atif about this to get my head around it, and he told me that it was capped at $15,000 per week for business class, I was like, Atif, I mean, do you really have to put that? I mean, how many people honestly are going to make $15,000 a week? He looked at me like I had lost my mind, and he said, are you kidding? He said, Kate, you really don't understand binary plan, nor do you really understand the power of this opportunity. Then we got to first class, and I heard it was $50,000 a week, and I looked at him, just going to give him a look, and he raised his eyebrow, and he was like, I'm telling you. You guys, I really started to delve into binary and really started to delve into this particular plan and this commission breakdown, and you know what? I'm going to make $50,000 a week. You better believe it. And I'm not going to make that every week over week because my family needs it, because we don't. I'm incredibly blessed. I have an amazing full-time job that I'm going to tell you about in a minute, and I'm good. But I have a goal of bringing fresh water to this entire world, and that $50,000 a week is so attainable for me, and that $50,000 a week is going to hit that goal for me. So I know for certain, I'm already seeing it play out, where we're going to be with that. So trust me, these are not pie in the sky numbers. The last way in which I'm able to earn commission, which is remarkable. This is only the second time ever that a company has offered upline commission. And the first time it was offered was the last company that Atif built. So upline commission, I can actually gain commission up 15% of 5 levels up if I'm a business class person, and 30% of 10 levels up if I'm first class. Now, I want you to understand, this is not the big money making commission area at all. But it's a little bit here and there, and that's awesome. What it does, though, it brings amazing health to the breakdown of this company. If you've ever seen a direct selling company before, people only ever make money on the people under them, and generally you only make it 3 levels deep, and that percentage goes down. You make 7% of your first level, and 5% of your second level, and 3% of your third level, and then it drops off. So it doesn't matter how big your organization gets below that, you don't participate in it, nor do you participate in the person up above you. That's what this plan addresses. This plan addresses you get team commission of everybody. So if you end up with 400 levels below you, you are making team commission on all of that. And you're getting a little bit of upline commission, which keeps it, again, very symbiotic, very healthy. So that's a lot of information. I know that. And what does it mean? How does that transcribe to you? Well, there's an MTB presenter app. You can look at it online. It's available through the corporate.mytravelbiz.com website, or you can go to the direct link, which is mtbpresenter.mytravelbiz.com, or download it on the Google Play website. I happen to know that the Apple Store, which apparently takes a lot longer than other places, still hasn't released it, but it's with them as well. But the amazing thing about this is I don't have to sit here and tell you how much money you can make. There are sliders on there that you can actually play with it and slide them up and down. For instance, this one is, what starter pack did you have? How much do you generally spend on your family budget? And are you going to drive any retail sales? So this is your rebate commission and your retail commission. So if you're a business class, you spend about $5,000 a year on your family travel, you're going to do nothing. You're not going to do any passive income sales. You're not going to drive anyone to book on your site. Then you're going to make about $500 a year. In 5 years, you will have made $2,500. Not bad for a $1,200 commitment. But what if you're a $5,000 first class rep? You still spend about $5,000 on your family, but now you really think you can drive about $5,000 a month to your retail sales. Well, you're going to make $5,300 on average each year. That's $26,000 in a 5-year period. The really exciting tab, though, is the one about build your business. This is the one that I showed my wife and my son and explained the potential and what I plan to achieve with this company. Your business class, $1,200 investment. Your upline commission, you're going to say you're making nothing off your upline. Duplication. This is how many people you are going to offer this opportunity to who are going to come in. And you're going to do that every quarter. You're going to bring in 2 people within 3 months. And those 2 people in the next quarter are going to do the same thing. And those 2 people in the following quarter, those 4 people in the following quarter are going to do the same thing. That's very, very slow, I have to tell you. But let's say that's all you really want to do. Well, you're going to make $9,700 a year. You've paid $1,200. You're going to make that $9,700 every year if you continue to do that. But let's shift that a little bit. Your first class, you're going to make about $1,000 in your weekly upline team commission. You're going to bring 3 people in every quarter, again, which is still very slow. Your yearly income is going to be over $48,000. Now, the numbers get pretty mind-boggling when you go in there and start playing with these sliders, but they're real numbers. So in addition to those commissions, in addition to the very exciting commissions that I've already made, they also have rank awards, which means that as you work, as you build a business, you move up in rank. And you not only then get these amazing little pins that I can't wait to start wearing, they pay you awards. Now, this is not commission. This is just the added girls that I get. If you look at the bottom, you start as a 2-star, and the next column is the do this. That's the lifetime CV. That sticks with you. So once you've earned CV, it stays. It never goes away. And once you've earned a rank, if you're a 4-star, you are always a 4-star. So when you get up into those higher ranks and you've become an executive leader, but something happens in your personal life and you can't work your business for 2 months and your sales drop down, it doesn't matter. You remain an executive leader. That's not true of most businesses. I just want you to start looking as you kind of go up. So I'm a leader right now, and that means that I've acquired at least $16,000 in a lifetime CV. I haven't started earning any cash awards. There's still a dash there. I have gained $8,000 in Travel Coin Award. I'm going to tell you about those in a minute. As you keep going up, look how that cash award starts to grow. And by the time I reach Diamond Director, this company will have paid me over $500,000 in cash and $500,000 in Travel Coin Award. That's over $1 million in awards. Again, just as an added girl. That is not my commission. That is on top of my commission. Let me just go over some of the incentives I already talked about and share a couple of fun ones. 5-year free renewal, we know that. Super upgrade. This is really, really important. This is ending very soon, depending on when you're listening to this. This ends at the beginning of November. What is Super Upgrade? Well, for a very short time, you can come in, pay $1,200 as a business class rep, but for the first year, enjoy all of the first class aspects, everything. So you get the 80% of the retail commission, all of those things, the $50,000 cap, everything, the priority pass for yourself and someone else, the insurance for yourself and someone else. You get all those benefits for the first year. Now, at the end of the first year, those drop away and you go back down to business class. But what an amazing opportunity, Super Upgrade promotion. And here's another thing that's really cool. They have fast start incentive. That really helps you achieve your rank faster. And what that means is when this goes away and someone comes in, let's say I come in as a first class rep, I pay $5,000. Well, $4,000 of that is commissionable volume for the person that recruited me. Great, that makes sense. Now, I don't get to count that because that would be silly that I'm going to pay $5,000 and then I'm going to earn $4,000 as my lifetime commission. But that's what Fast Start Incentive does. So right now, when I signed up as a first class rep, I already had $4,000 in lifetime commission on both my right and left legs. That's how I jumped to leader so fast. I automatically was a 4-star. I hope that makes sense. I can always answer questions for you if not. So Fast Start Incentive is going to be around a while. 5-year free renewal, going to be around a while. I don't know when those will go away. But Super Upgrade, again, if you're listening before November 7th, I think, that's still an opportunity for you. The last thing is we have something called Founder Circle. Founder Circle is that anyone who reaches the level of leader before November 30th gets to be a member of Founder Circle forever. And as we move forward through the years, there will be lots of perks, lots of VIP treatment for those people who are part of the Founder Circle. Starting with the fact that all Founder Circle achievers are invited to a conference in Dubai on December 10th. Really cool, really, really cool. And again, just the beginning of an amazing experience. I want to show you break even. Now, again, not going to go into immense detail. There is a 9-minute video on the corporate.mytravelbiz.com website that Atif does, and he is the master of break even. But I want to show you in essence, because here's the thing. You see the business opportunity, I'm sure. You can see how much potential there is, but everybody wants to know, first question, how do I make my money back? How do I make back that initial payment of $1,200 or $5,000? Well, let me show you. So as a business class pack person, you come in at business class. Again, because of Fast Start Incentive, you have $1,000 in CV on your right and left legs. That automatically makes you a 2-star and gives you a $500 travel coin award. And again, I'm going to talk about travel coin in just a minute. All you need to do is bring in 2 other people who also come in at business class, and that makes you a 3-star and awards you another $500 in travel coin awards. You also make $100 in direct commission and $100 in team commission, and you've gotten break even at $1,200. That is the world's fastest break even out there. No one else can beat it. Now let me show you something even more exciting. This is how you double your money. So there you are as a 3-star. You have 2 2-stars under you who each had a business class pack. You teach them to replicate what you did and hit their own break even. So they each bring in 2 people. Well, they become 3-star. You become 4-star, and you get a $1,000 travel coin award, $200 in team commission, and you've doubled your income. Now, this doesn't even count the rebate commission, the retail commission, any of those things. This is just your team. Look at the first class. You hit 5,200 by bringing in 2 people under you who are first class. And again, get them to replicate it, and you double your money to $10,000. Pretty amazing. So let me talk to you about Travel Coin. This is where I get most excited, I think, because this is my job. This is my real gig. This is how I know about my travel biz. My organization, Travel Coin Foundation, is a not-for-profit, and we are registered in the UK, and I am incredibly proud to be the executive director of this remarkable organization. We are going to do nothing short of revolutionizing the travel industry. This is an $8 trillion industry, and we are going to revolutionize it by tapping into and harnessing the power of blockchain. That's one of the many synergies with MyTravelBiz, and that is why MyTravelBiz agreed to be our first corporate subscriber, corporate supporter. We're both in the travel industry. We both want to change lives, and we're both on blockchain. It just makes sense. We could not be more proud. So our goal is that by the end of 2019, we are going to bring together 1 million subscribers to the Travel Coin Foundation, and we are going to change the way people travel, because we believe when you open up the world and you get people out into the world to travel more, they will find that the more they meet people who seem very different from them, they realize how much alike we all are, and that truly is the solution to the division that is going on in the world. So pretty lofty goals, but we're going to do it. So I want to explain to you what this means and how it connects to Travel Coin and to you as MTB rep. In the past, the way in which companies, organizations raise money, crowdfunding as it were, was through something called an IPO, an initial public offering. You're probably well aware of that. So you look at a company like Facebook or eBay or Monster, Amazon. Before those companies went public, they said, hey, everybody, we're going to enter an IPO phase, an initial public offering phase, and you can come in and buy stock. And when we go public, your stock will begin to fluctuate with the stock market. If you had done that for Amazon before they went public in 1997, you'd put $500 into that IPO, your $500 would have gone up to $27,000 in profit. Not bad. But here's the thing. Today, we have something called an ICO, an initial coin offering. So instead of offering stock or bond, you actually offer coin for fundraising, for crowd raising. So look at these ICOs, same idea. Hey, we're going to go public. We have initial coin open for you. You can come in, you can purchase it, and when we go public, you'll be able to make money. Look at Ethereum over on the right-hand side. Just 3 years ago, if you had invested $500, it would have grown today to $365,000. That is the power of an ICO. They are outpacing IPOs by hundreds of millions of dollars. But here's the thing. Both IPOs and ICOs are really targeted to big investors, people who have lots of funds to play the market and throw a lot of money into these. That is not what we're doing with Travel Coin. So Travel Coin is an ICO, but it is meant for the every person. How are we doing that? Well, we are actually limiting the amount of subscription someone can put in to $500 US. You can put in $10, you can put in $100, but you can't put in more than $500 of subscription. So one, we're self-regulating. We're helping normal people who want to participate, but without the high risk that these other ICOs and IPOs have. Several other things, though, you need to understand about an ICO, okay? Here's how it works. We have 2 billion travel coin that are going to be offered during our ICO period. Because we have that $500 cap on subscription, we're not going to be able to do our ICO in 30 days like most companies do, because we don't have millionaires coming in and gobbling up millions and billions of coins. Instead, at $500 per subscription, we need time to let people know about us, to educate the every person, to give them the opportunity to participate. And this is why they want to. Those 2 billion coins, travel coins, have a base value of $1. That means that the day before we go public, that will be their value. And that's going to, again, be in 18 to 26 months, depending on how fast people adopt the coin. What happens is that 2 billion coin is released in groupings that are called tranches. So the first tranche that came out had 50 million coins available at a penny a piece, so deeply discounted at a penny a piece. After 30 days, that tranche was done, and the second tranche came out of 50 million travel coin, now at 2 pennies a piece. And then it's going to go to 3 pennies and 4 pennies and so forth, all the way up until it reaches its base value of $1. So if someone came in and spent $500 and the tranche that was out had the travel coin valued at 2 pennies and discounted it down to 2 pennies, they would get 25,000 coins for $500. If they had done the same and put in $500 when the coin was 1 penny, they would have 50,000 coins. So what does that mean? Well, again, with a $1 ICO price, base value, when we get ready to go public, that 25,000 coins that someone got for their $500 subscription will be worth $25,000. And that is life-changing money to most people I know. Remember, with Ethereum, that big monster ICO, if you had put in 30 cents 3 years ago, that 30 cents would be valued at $300. That's the power of ICO, and that's TravelCoin. But here are some big differences from us. One, TravelCoin is incredibly unique because of the team that we're bringing together. And that includes our subscribers. So every TravelCoin holder is a part of the decision-making side of our foundation. Everyone will get a vote on something called democracy on blockchain. So if you hold coin, we're going to be coming to you and saying, hey, look, let's talk about some of the issues that there are in traveling. One, you have fluctuating exchange rates when you travel. You have no idea how much your money is going to be worth when you get somewhere. Two, you have spotty Wi-Fi. You don't know. You have no idea if you're going to be able to get on the internet or not. How about things like loyalty point system? How about the fact that you have 50,000 points on Delta, but you're standing at a JW Marriott and they don't help you at all in upgrading your room. Those are the sorts of issues that we're going to solve, and we're going to solve them with our subscribers. So the fluctuating exchange rate, that's going to be solved. When TravelCoin goes public, TravelCoin is TravelCoin. It's valued the same wherever you go. So there will be no fluctuating exchange rate. You'll know what that TravelCoin is worth, and you'll be able to use it just as people use Bitcoin and Ethereum right now to pay for things. How about the Wi-Fi? Well, one of the commitments that we've made through the foundation is that 10% of everything that comes in financially is going to go out to companies who are bringing free global Wi-Fi to the globe, because we believe that Wi-Fi is a right, not a privilege. So imagine that. Imagine that we're going to be able to go to our subscribers and say, look, here are 3 companies who are doing amazing work to bring mini satellite systems to the globe, offer free Wi-Fi. Who should we give the money to? And everyone gets a vote. Let's talk about that loyalty point. This is a big one. This is our hero project, a swap point program. Imagine being able to take all those loyalty points that you have with airlines and hotels and car rentals and you'd get to put them all in one big bunch, so that no matter where you are, if you're at a JW Marriott and you have 50,000 points over on Delta, they'll be converted into TravelCoin points, and you'll be able to use them anywhere you want. Those are the sorts of programs we are developing out. We're literally starting those already, because that's one of the other differences between our ICO, our foundation, and others. You see, normally an ICO will say, here's the good work we're going to do. We want to raise $30 million. And they raise it over a period of hours, days, weeks, or the longest normally about a month. And then they start the work. Well, unfortunately, that opens up the market for what is called a pump and dump, right? They pump the market up, they get the money, and then they dump the project. Well, that's not what we're doing, because at TravelCoin, this is not about the money. This is about bringing people together to change the world and change their lives. So we have already started those projects I've talked to you about. We have developers around the world that are making those happen. So that's one huge thing, is that we're able to say to our subscribers, look, we brought some subscriptions in. We're paying that money forward. We're starting those projects. And the great thing is that then will bring more knowledge of TravelCoin to people who will then subscribe, will do more work, and then we'll subscribe, we'll do more work, and we will build it. By the time we go public, we're going to have such great name recognition. Imagine going into a public offering where you go from a private company to a public company and already have that kind of great press. So that's amazing. We're so excited about that. And that's one of the other ways in which we are very different from other ICOs. The third way that I want to talk to you about is transparency. So not only will our subscribers always know where we are, not only in the tranches and how much coin is left and what the value is, but also in every way in which we handle the funds that come in. For instance, most ICOs retain a portion of the funds raised. They will keep really up to about 40%, and they do that to give back to angel investors, to give to their founders, to give to their board of directors. Well, at TravelCoin Foundation, 100% of everything that comes in goes to funding those projects. We're very proud of that, and we will be proving that through an auditing system. would be complete transparency. So here's what's amazing. All this great news about TravelCoin. You as a representative are awarded TravelCoin, and you are awarded a lot more than anyone else can buy. So I'm a leader right now. I have been awarded $8,000 worth of TravelCoin. I can't buy more than $500 worth of TravelCoin. So MTB reps are the one entity within the entire world. And moreover, people in the US can't even buy it. So I wouldn't even have the option of a $500 subscription. I'm not allowed to because of my government. China's not allowed to. But through this organization, it can be gifted to me as an award. So that's how it goes together. That's the synergy of it. And I mean, how amazing to have these two companies come together like this. So in a nutshell, that's MTB 101. I hope it's not overwhelming. There's so much information. I'm sure you can tell how passionate I am about it. You know, I said to someone not too long ago, I am not interested in building some huge organization. And I don't want anyone to come in, at least on my team, that I don't think is just an amazing human being. Other people can build their own organizations. That's not about that for me. I just really want to change people's lives. It's what I've always been destined to do. So if you're listening to this, it means that you're someone that I adore, you're someone that I trust and respect. I would just really love to help change lives. Who's going to come in and be an MTB rep? Well, again, people who want discounts on their own travel, people who want to earn a passive income by driving people to their online travel store, people who want to earn financial freedom and change the world the way that I do by developing an amazing team who wants to do the same. You know, Atif and Geraldine have been such an inspiration to me. I have a really good gut on people. I have a good BS gauge, and I have a really good integrity gauge on where people are. And these two people, these two humans are the real deal. And they are bringing the very best product out to the reps and to the customers and helping us achieve the financial freedom we want. I love that they always say, if you work towards it, we will make sure you succeed and make more than just a living, make a life. And that's what I intend to do. So I hope that that has answered a vast number of your questions. I would love to speak to you in person if you have any questions, or if someone else has brought you to this presentation, please reach out to them. You can tell that there's an amazing amount of enthusiasm, but it's enthusiasm backed up by reality, because I'm seeing those numbers, I'm seeing the success, and there's no magic to it. It's just such a strong product, such an amazing compensation plan. I do hope that you'll look at it. Sending you lots of love, and thanks for sitting in. I know it was a long call, but I appreciate you sticking with us. Bye.